Hi ladies and gentlemen, and Krzysztof the Polish Geek welcomes you to another movie review. A review of the Japanese movie Exit 8, which is a fantastic movie that you almost certainly haven't seen. I barely see anyone talking about it actually, almost nobody actually. I mean, if you do put in YouTube search Exit 8 movie review, then I'm pretty sure you will find some people talking about it, but as of right now I hardly see anyone talking about it, which is a shame because there was some really great movie actually, and from what I know it's actually based on the video game Exit 8, but never ever heard about the video game before until I watched the movie, know nothing about it, so yes, I'm absolutely not reviewing it as an adaptation of a video game because I know completely nothing about the video game. But as a movie, as I said, I think it's a really great movie, and it's about this guy at the metro station actually who's about to become a father, and he's so nervous about it, and then suddenly when he leaves the metro he gets stuck in this loop of just saying exit 8, and then he has to get out of it. But the only way to get out is that anytime he sees an anomaly in the scene that he's stuck in, he has to go back, and if everything is normal as it's supposed to be, he goes forward, and he has to do it 8 times, hence exit 8. And yep, I really love the movie. I thought it was a really great. The major thing that makes the movie so amazing, in my opinion, is that you truly care about the characters and what happens to them. Maybe largely thanks to the outstanding performance of an actor, but almost right at the beginning we truly feel what the main character is feeling, and we very much care what happens to him. We don't just care about what happens to him, but we actually share and feel his fear. And I think the movie does a really wonderful job of making us, as the audiences, actually share the feel and the terrible situation that he currently is in. And the movie constantly keeps you at the edge of your seat, and you're so invested in the story of the main character and what happens to him. But what I'm now describing actually is more like a first half of the movie, but then in the second half of the movie, like in the very beginning of the second half, then suddenly an unexpected, unpredictable twist happens, at least for me. I don't know what about the video game people who play the video game, but yes, a completely unexpected and unpredictable twist happens, and the story takes a very completely different and unexpected direction, and is all the better for it. Western entertainment, take lessons from Japan. This is how you do it. This is how you come up with a really cool original idea while also make audience actually care about the characters and what happens to them. This is how you do it. Good job, Japan. And Western entertainment, take those lessons. What I also love about the movie is that while the first half is very tense and very much keeps you at the edge of your seat, when I said that in the beginning of the second half, that's when an interesting twist happens and the story takes place in a different direction. What I also love is that that's when the movie becomes much more deep and compelling and thematically rich, and basically it could be seen as a metaphor for fresh fatherhood and being nervous about it, and then eventually trying to do the right thing and breaking through it, because I'm pretty sure this is the type of feeling that almost all young people who are about to become parents have. Personally, I'm not a parent. I wish to be someday, but gotta find the right girl for myself first. But yes, I do very much want to find a beautiful wife and have kids with her someday, but I'm not a parent currently yet, unfortunately, but whatever. As I said, the movie very much could be seen as a metaphor for fresh fatherhood and being nervous, what it entails and all, but then eventually breaking through it and managing that you can do that, because now we are getting into the spoiler territory. I mean, I have another thing to mention about the movie, so we'll soon get into the spoiler territory, but the one more thing I want to talk that I also loved in this movie is the very beginning scene. I really loved how classical music Bolero actually played, because that's probably another thing. I'm not sure if I ever talked about it on this channel actually, but yes, I love classical music, and that's another thing that I did actually notice a lot in Japanese and South Korean media actually, that a use of classical music, including Beethoven, Mozart and Bolero in this movie. So yes, I do really love the use of classical music in the very beginning and end of the movie. So now I said that I see the movie as a metaphor for fresh fatherhood and being nervous and all. Now we're getting into spoiler territory. So if you haven't seen the movie, and you almost certainly have not, then I suggest you leave now, because now we're getting into spoiler territory. Still with me? Okay, because yes, when the twist happens, but I won't exactly reveal the details of the twist, because I will spare you all the spoilers, but so I won't reveal all the details of the twist. But then also a little boy, also seemingly lost in the corridor, appears, and then he forms a bond with the main character, and then there is a danger, and the main character basically sort of sacrifices his life. I mean, because spoiler alert again, he doesn't die, but he does very much prioritize saving the little boy over saving himself, and they do open up to each other, and the little boy even says that he never knew his father. It could be seen as basically a metaphor of finally accepting fatherhood and truly feeling what he would feel for his son. And there is even an interpretation online I've seen some people saying, and I totally buy that, I love that actually, that this little boy is actually his future son. I mean, like more like his future son from a bad future where he abandoned his duties as a father and chose to and ran away, because the boy actually tells him that he never ever met his father. So yes, there is an interpretation that this little boy is actually his son from a bad future where our main character never ever chose to stay a father. So, and I totally buy that. So yes, this is what I'm talking about when I say it's in many ways it's a metaphor for fresh fatherhood or parenthood in general. But overall, Exit Date truly impressed me. This was a really great, excellent movie. And again, what I already said before, I will say it again, Western entertainment, this is how you do it. Like, take lessons from Japan. Again, it's unlikely that they are gonna do that anytime soon, sadly, but it's pretty clear to me now how, if you want some really good, excellent entertainment, then look at the East instead of the West now. But overall, again, Exit Date was a truly great experience, and I really loved that movie. And I might actually go and see it again, especially that, as I already said, another amazing thing about it is that, as I said, it's very deep and it's very thematically deep, and there are actually plenty of different interpretations you could get from it. But this is totally the type of movie I will gladly go and see again. And again, I already said in the beginning, I can't really speak how it relates as a video game adaptation, because again, never heard of the Exit Date video game until I heard about this movie and then quickly found out that it's a video game adaptation. So yes, I really can't speak on it as a video game adaptation, but as a movie, I say it was really great. Really great, compelling characters, really well written, fantastic, outstanding performance from the lead, and you just constantly, and the movie constantly keeps you at the edge of your seat. And when it ended, it left me, I left the theater totally thinking and deeply pondering things, especially I find some of the things deeply relatable actually. So, if this movie is playing in your theaters, then what are you waiting for? Go and see Exit Date. Like, this is a must-see. So, again, I don't know if any theaters nearby of you are playing it, but if they do, then, again, you just gotta go and see Exit Date. But, folks, that concludes my review of Exit Date. And press the like button, please subscribe to this channel. If you can, go and see Exit 8, and I'll talk to you soon in another video. Talk to you then, bye!